Pro League Network, creating, developing, and bringing niche sports to market. PLN has produced some of the most viral, bettable content in recent years, and we're just getting started. Join us tonight for this special combat sports edition of PLN Picks. We've got something for everyone, and you can bet on it. Welcome to the CarJitsu Championship Single Night Tournament. Tonight, 10 grapplers from all styles will compete in a single night double elimination jiu-jitsu tournament inside of a 2005 Toyota Scion. These competitors are prepared to lay it all on the line using every inch of the car and all of its accoutrements. The winner of this tournament becomes the first ever CarJitsu Championship Intermediate Champion. Taking a look at the bracket, you'll see that we have 8 competitors and 2 alternates. This is a double elimination tournament, which means each competitor must lose 2 matches to be removed from competition. Now let's take a look at our first quarterfinal matchup. We're taking a look now at Rusty Merrill. Rusty's our first competitor tonight. He's an MMA fighter, a jiu-jitsu practitioner, a slap fighter, and a lifetime martial artist. He goes by the nickname Outlaw, and he loves to test himself. Merrill has decided to throw his hat into the ring tonight at CarJitsu Championship, and I, for one, cannot wait to see him compete.
One of the first opponents in our CarJitsu tournament tonight. Rusty, tell us a little bit about your combat background.
Okay, I grew up wrestling. I got in trouble a little bit at a young age. I went to prison. I got out of prison. I jumped into MMA to clean myself up, get myself back in the right mind frame, and I kind of just shot down the road to this point here.
Has it been working for you?
Yep.
You have clean nose, good head on your shoulders.
Yep.
In fact, speaking of your head, can you? Yeah, look at this. That is cool. Is there any kind of story behind that?
Yes, I went through a really intense spiritual journey with mushrooms. Anyways, the longer your hair is, the stronger your energy is. So that's kind of the belief system behind it.
Right on. Well, you're gonna need that tonight, huh?
Absolutely.
And what appeals to you specifically about this CarJitsu?
The close quarters combat of it. I really enjoy the intensity of close quarters in the car.
Really? Okay, you're kind of an adrenaline junkie, aren't you?
Really good, yes.
Right on. And you got you got a kid, one on the way. Is that what you said earlier?
11-month-old daughter and a son on the way also.
Right on, man. Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, man. Rusty Merrill.
His opponent, Zach Moore, is an Oklahoma wrestler and an MMA fighter making his debut tonight inside the vehicle at CarJitsu. Zach is a powerhouse wrestler with an extensive competition background, and I, for one, am looking forward to this classic matchup between wrestler and martial artist.
All right, I am here with the other opponent for the first CarJitsu match. This is Zach Moore. And Zach, I would ask you about your background, what the base is, but I'm going to guess it's wrestling. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
You can just tell by looking at it. You look like a wrestler.
Long time wrestling, long time jiu-jitsu, long time MMA.
And you went straight through doing all that?
No, after 16, 17 years of wrestling, I got into a bad car accident, fractured my spine and my sternum.
Oh.
So I had to take a few years off. And got back into jiu-jitsu and MMA and haven't stopped since.
Right on. But the back's totally okay.
Great. As long as I keep my back muscles strong, we're
okay.
Rolling.
Well, good. No issues tonight.
No issues tonight.
Great. So what appeals to you about CarJitsu?
Man, it's dangerous. It's like my opponent said, it's close quarters. Mm-hmm. It's a real life situation.
Right.
It's so much different than fighting in a cage or fighting just on a mat. It's a real life situation.
So you're not going to get attacked in the cage probably or with your gi on, right? Yeah. So this is, okay. Right on, right on. Any strategy you have?
Finish my opponent, man. Finish as many people as I can, as fast as I can.
That's a good strategy right there. All right, man. Well, good luck.
Sir.
It's going down right now, the first quarterfinal matchup. So let's go down to the vehicle and our host, Dallin Getling.
All right, we're excited to finally get started. We have the first 2 contestants with me. I've got Zach Moore, Rusty Merrill, and we're gonna flip a coin to see which one of you gets to choose which place you start in. So, Zach, you call it in the air.
Heads.
It is tails. So, Rusty, you get your choice. Which would you like to do?
I'll take the steering wheel, please.
Steering wheel. So you can go ahead and get in the car now, check it out for 30 seconds while I talk with Zach for just a minute. So, Zach, one thing you didn't mention, I found out later that your coach, your MMA coach, is Brian Foster. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's some serious clout. UFC veteran Brian Foster, right? So tell me about him.
Brian's a great guy.
That's not what you said earlier. No.
Hardcore, man, and he just gets his point across. He's straightforward, and he'll tell you what to do, and you'll do it.
All right. And so it's been good working with him, and you feel like you've learned a lot?
My whole career's been with Brian, so absolutely.
This one's for Brian. So maybe not if you lose. All right, man. Well, go ahead now. You can take about 30 seconds, check that car out, see if there's anything that you can use to your advantage, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, Zach. Come on over here, Rusty. All right. So, did you see anything in there that you think you might be able to use?
A couple things, one or two.
Well, he's not listening if you want to tell us.
I can't tell you.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess good luck.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Let's take a look at the rules of CarJitsu. The competitors begin seated with safety belts fastened. When the match starts, they unbuckle and engage, using any part of the vehicle to their advantage. Points may be awarded during the match, but have no bearing on the outcome. It takes a submission to win the round at CarJitsu Championship. If the bout is even after 2 rounds, we go to a 3rd round and possibly sudden death to decide a winner. And here we are in the vehicle and ready to start this first quarterfinal match. And this tournament is underway. Right away, both competitors reaching for the other's seatbelt. Neither was able to get out of the seat effectively, and so Rusty has grabbed the seatbelt shoulder strap and wrapped it around the neck of Zach, who has now escaped. And Zach is into the back seat with Rusty's shoulder strap around his throat. Rusty is in a bad place here, and now the rear naked choke attempt. This is a little bit of a mistake here. The headrest is going to prohibit the choke from sinking, and also now Rusty is in a neck crank, which isn't going to be effective with that seat back in the way. Zach Moore cranking on the neck, but just enough space here for Rusty to get out of the driver's seat, and it looks like he's going to try to join Zach in the back seat here. He grabs a front headlock and steps in. Rusty does come from a jiu-jitsu and martial arts background. He is going to try to maintain top control. Of course, Zach's going to reach for a leg and try to secure a takedown for top position. There he goes now. At CarJitsu Championship, each round is 3 minutes. The round must be won by submission. Any points scored during the round will apply to the seasonal leaderboard, but they will not be relevant to the match itself. You must win the round by submission. Zach Moore has secured the takedown here. He's now in top position. We're halfway through the round, 1:25 left. And the temperature inside the vehicle is definitely starting to rise. You can see some condensation inside the windows. Nice little struggle in the back seat. No clear winner here. We've got a minute left in round 1. If there's no clear winner, we will move to the second round, and the winner of the second round could very well win the match. If there's no clear winner in round 2, we will have a 3rd round sudden death if there's no finish in 4 minutes. And at this point, kind of a lackluster first round here. We're in the back seat. There's a power struggle, but not a lot of attempts here. Zach Moore just kind of meat-heading out of the back seat, looking to get back into the front seat. And the center of gravity of Outlaw just a little bit too much for him. We've got 30 seconds left in the first round. Somebody's going to need to pull something off here, or it's just a complete waste of energy and time. 20 seconds remaining.
Still even, fighter, still even.
Outlaw fiddling with the neck of Zach Moore. Zach with his chin tucked, just kind of waiting out the first round and looking to reset. And it looks like that's what's going to happen here. First round is in the books, and now the competitors will switch seats to start the 3-minute second round. Round 2. Rusty's out of his seat quickly, right into the lap of Zach. He's going to hold Zach into the driver's seat and try to secure mount. He's also back to that seat belt, wanting to choke Zach Moore with the seat belt. It's going to be easier said than done, but at this point, Zach is in a horrible position. The seat belt is across his throat, and he is almost mounted. Now he's got his arm through, but this is definitely a power struggle for the seat belt. No points scored for Outlaw. If he could get his right knee to touch the seat, he would receive some point scoring for the seasonal leaderboard. But at this point, it looks like he's just trying to finish his opponent. Zach's in a tough spot here. He's not quite in the choke yet, but the seat belt is everywhere, and Zach wants out of that seat. Very, very strong athlete, Zach Moore. Rusty's got some good leverage on him here. It looks like we're going to come out of the driver's seat now into the passenger seat. Front headlock for Outlaw. Single leg for Zach Moore. Zach looks like he's driving back into the back seat. And then he takes the back of Rusty. Now he's in a bad spot here. Rusty is in deep, deep trouble and a possible rear naked choke finish. And there it is. First quarterfinal match, winner, Zach Moore.
No, that was it, man. You did it. Congratulations. You
Thanks, bro.
only go that last round if it's even.
Okay.
But man, that was exciting. How do you feel?
Bro, hey, that seatbelt around my neck, bro. I don't know how I feel about that.
Lose it so we can hear you. So, hey, the one thing I wanted to ask you, because I didn't see it clearly, at the beginning you guys were going the first round,
Yep.
and then you jumped in the back and grabbed the seat. Was it just the seatbelt that you grabbed?
Yeah.
And were you setting that up ahead of time?
Yeah.
So talk me through that a little bit.
So my strategy was if I can keep him in his seat and get in the back seat, he's going to have hell getting somewhere where I'm at if I'm back there first and there's a small area he can get back there.
Right.
So that means I have exposure to his neck, and if he wants to come in, he's not going to come feet first, leg lock, head first, choke.
But you jumped back there and grabbed that seatbelt right away.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Were you planning that before you
Yes,
jumped
sir.
back there? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, good. And that was a pretty even. You guys is kind of great sportsmanship, by the way. But I loved hearing you guys chat and tell stories, and you kind of have the similar backgrounds and everything. And even in between, you guys, great sportsmanship. So,
Yes, sir.
So anything to say about your opponent?
Great guy, man.
Yeah.
You know, I heard his interview, been to prison. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it or not. Shouldn't have been. Great guy, great sport. He's clean, awesome guy.
Well, let's address it since you said that. So it was I was there too for marijuana. He had possession of marijuana.
Yeah.
And now it would have been an illegal thing, right?
It's completely legal,
Yeah,
dude. Like
frustrating.
in most states, you know,
Okay.
it's
Yep.
Dude's a great guy, man. He's something to watch out for. He set up a lot of things.
You might get to meet him again because he's not out.
Absolutely.
It's a two loss, double elimination. So anyway, rest up. You got another match coming up, but congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Zach Moore.
And now let's take a look at a new project currently in development at the PLN Lab. Introducing Ultimate Tire Wrestling. Competitors use judo and American freestyle wrestling in this new combat sport where grapplers can win a decision by gaining control points or a finish by stuffing your opponent in the hole. The match ends when over 50% of your opponent is inside the tire. No striking, no submissions, and nowhere to hide. It's Ultimate Tire Wrestling, coming in 2024 to Pro League Network. Now let's take a look at another offering from Pro League Network. It's the main event of our most recent SlapFIGHT Championship. Nemesis. Baltimore, Maryland's Big Cracker is a veteran of slap fighting with knockouts of some of the biggest fighters in the biz. When a top contenders match scheduled for SlapFIGHT 24 ended in a last-minute cancellation, Cracker found himself as a default winner, earning the shot at the super heavyweight strap. His opponent, Neanderthal, is a 6'6" giant returning from a 6-month layoff after his victory over Hulk at SlapFIGHT Championship 21 last season. Neanderthal, a Missouri-based retired mixed martial artist, is feared at the barrel, but has a heart of gold and nothing but respect for those who stand across the barrel from him. Tonight, he looks to continue his undefeated run with a title defense over the Big Cracker.
Ladies and gentlemen, in Arlington, Texas, and for everyone watching around the world, this is your main event of SlapFIGHT Championship Nemesis. It is scheduled for 10 rounds and is for the SlapFIGHT Super Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, he is the challenger. He weighed in tonight at 270 pounds. From Baltimore, Maryland, Big Cracker! Once again, weighing at 270 from Baltimore, Maryland, Big Cracker. And introducing his opponent, he weighed in at 307 pounds. From Fredericktown, Missouri, he is your current, reigning, and defending SlapFIGHT Super Heavyweight Champion. This is Neanderthal! Once again at 307 pounds, Neanderthal, your super heavyweight champion.
All right, folks, let's take a look at the rules of slap fight. First off, no clubbing. All competitors must land their strikes with an open hand. The heel of the hand may make contact but cannot extend past the chin. Next, no stepping. Feet must be planted shoulder width apart, and there can be no pivoting or stepping when striking. And finally, no flinching. Small reactions are allowed, but any movement that affects the power of the strike is a foul. All right, it is the main event of SlapFIGHT Championship Nemesis, and we are going to go down to the barrel here. Lead official Kyron Bowen with the official coin toss. All right, and it looks like Big Cracker has won the coin toss. And he's going to slap first. Big Cracker's a knockout artist. When we first discovered Big Cracker, he was fighting in a small show in California. He was knocking out big guys. You can see he comes into this match 50 pounds lower. Super tricky, but sometimes confused by numbers. Here we go. Oh my God, Big Cracker with a crazy club. Holy smokes. It almost sounded like he punched him in the face, and of course, punching a guy in the face is not allowed at SlapFIGHT Championship. Now, Big Cracker's not new at this. He's a veteran of several fights. He's got a lot of knockouts, and he is a respectful fighter. Very few violations, but that definitely was a violation. Okay, there were 2 violations there. It looks like they're going to call the stepping violation. All right, so that stepping violation, there's a warning for stepping. All right, we are in the bottom of round 1 with Neanderthal. A little bit of a sloppy start here. Here's your windup. Okay, lead official Kyron Bowen feels like Big Cracker had his chin tilted just a little bit to the right. So he's going to straighten him up, tell him to fly right, and here we go. Okay, now there was definitely a flinch there, and it caused that strike to land with a little bit more of a thud. We're going to have a flinching violation called on Big Cracker. Big Cracker's a very tough guy. His last fight, I believe he weighed in somewhere in the neighborhood of 330 pounds. He came in tonight 266, 1 pound over the minimum for super heavyweight. Tough guy, Big Cracker. He's also a great guy from Baltimore, Maryland. Very nice guy and fair competitor. So I'm sure it's frustrating to him that he's committed some violations here. Neanderthal's just ready to get slapped. Here we go. Here's your windup. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and Big Cracker almost drops Neanderthal. Stuns him, and Neanderthal is now smashing the barrel into the stage. Wow. Okay, there's a conversation going on with Big Cracker, and it looks like he has stepped again. I have to tell you, these judges tonight are not playing. Pardon me, officials. 3 judges, 3 officials, pardon me. These officials are calling every stepping violation, and they're about to call a second stepping violation on Big Cracker. That means Big Cracker will now take 2 in a row. This will be the bottom of the second round. Neanderthal will now have his second round and his third round slap in a row. Now, Big Cracker doesn't look like he's got his eyes, his mind in the game, rather. You can kind of see his eyes. He's got a lot going on, Big Cracker. This is a busy time in his life, and I hope that he can pull his thoughts together here and be a little bit more competitive. Now, he's done a little bit of damage to Neanderthal here, but those were not legal shots, and so that's not going to factor into any decision that may happen. But again, there are 8 rounds left to go in the slap fight. All right, Neanderthal's hand is a giant hand. Takes up the entire skull. Don't blink. Thanks for watching this episode of PLN Picks. Be on the lookout for more viral, bettable content from Pro League Network. For all of us here, my name is JT Tilley, and we'll see you next time. You can bet on it.